everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are having a great day so far, and I hope that the holidays are treating you well. So with the end of the year comes another one of these videos. I did this last year. If you haven't seen last year's video, highly recommend watching it. A lot of really good stuff in that. But I thought it would be fun to kind of sum up my favorite thrifted faves of the year, things that I have not only thought are super duper cool, but I've gotten a lot of use out of. But just to remind you, my favorites can contain anything that was secondhand, so meaning I wasn't the first owner of it. It can also be something that I thrifted from a thrift store, Value Village, things like that. Or it could be something that I got like from an antique place, so it was more so vintage. Something that I am giving another chance at a life with me. That's pretty much how I kind of sum up my thrifted faves. So coming in at number 10, we have these, which are so freaking heavy, so give me one moment. Quite possibly should not try to hold all of these at the same time. But coming in at number 10, we have the Time Life Encyclopedia of Gardening. Can I only hold 3? I'm weak. So I like to start my top 10 including the December of the year before, because I post this video in December. There's a little bit of time that I was obviously thrifting that I consider to be last year. So last year at Christmas time, Dawn got me 2 of these for Christmas. I just love them. First of all, they were printed in 1972, I believe. Yes, 1972. It kind of has that like 60s sort of 70s vibe going on in the books, but also very informative, and I used there's a shrub one. Oh, I'm holding it. This one I used this summer because I really wanted to get some shrubs. It's just kind of like really good to have on hand because you can kind of go to the section that you want. Okay, you want to do some landscape gardening, you have all of that in one little book. And I've been collecting these, and they've been sort of my kind of fun thing to do whenever I'm at the thrift store. Always check the books. Still don't have them all, but I feel like we did a huge dent in them this year, and I'm hoping that next year I'll be able to finish the collections. Coming in at number 9, if 2018 was the year of wicker, 2019 was the year of vases. Okay, so I couldn't narrow it down because I got so many. I have so many, I collect them, I love them. I'm just so drawn towards them. I don't know what it is, but I love a good vase. So I thought with number 9 we could just do a couple of my favorite, because I didn't want this whole freaking fave video to be, you know, strictly vases. 6. I narrowed it down to 6. This is the first one I want to show you. I actually also got these dried palm leaves at a thrift store too, but this one was like kind of what really I feel like set my love for vases in motion. Sticking on that neutral theme, I really love this one as well. This one still has the sticker on it, $2.99. I still haven't found a good place for this one yet. Just love that it's a little bit more unique than any of the vases I even saw this year. I found this vase as well. You guys saw this in a thrift haul, and I just thought, again, this was so unique. I love something that's like nothing I have. I don't have a lot of like brass things in my office or in my house, so was also loving amber glass this year. I don't think I'd actually store any alcohol in it, which is usually what you're supposed to because it's quite dirty on the inside. I have to really get it in there and clean it all out, but I love it. It's stunning. Like, I'm surprised it's not on my shelf back there right now. And then the last 2 are quite similar. I was a big lover of terracotta this year too. I'm sure you can tell from my Instagram. It's got some nice texture in it, and it goes really well in the kitchen, holding like utensils. One I just recently found, I actually filmed a collab with the Sorry Girls, which is coming out very soon, and you will see that I hauled this in it, which is not just a vase, but that's sort of what I got it for, to put flowers in. We went antiquing and we got some really great stuff, so I highly recommend that you watch that if it's out. I will update the description box of this video. That was my top 6 vases. So number 9 definitely goes to vases. Well deserving, I think. Coming in at number 8, can I not drop these? Who knows? So I was a huge collector of books this year, and I was a huge collector of Zane Grey books. He was an American author, best known for his stories of the Western genre. So these are all Western novels. He idealized the American frontier in his novels. I love sort of reading old like Western stories. Become sort of a pastime of mine this last year. His best-selling book was called Purple Sage, and I have yet to find it. It is on my thrift list. I hope that I find it on my journey. So when I was coming up with this list, I was really stuck on like, okay, what were the things that like wowed everybody this year that I hauled? And I found that the things that didn't necessarily wow people were kind of the things that wowed me. So I really took that into consideration when making this list. One of my favorite things that I thrifted, although very easy to find and thrift was a horseshoe, and this is just something that I wanted to get for my studio. It was like one of the first things that I put up in the studio. I have this hanging above the door as you exit the studio. I took some twine, some hot glue, and I added it around the top. That's pretty much how I hung it on my wall. Pretty easy little DIY. So this horseshoe came in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, as we near closer to the top 5, that's, yeah, when I really started to be like, okay, what did I use religiously this year? I did a lot of thrifting this year. It's hard because you don't want to purchase plastic bags, of course. Most of the thrift stores now only have paper bags, which is incredible, but the paper bags aren't really great for like holding all of your stuff. And I actually ended up thrifting the perfect thrifting bag. So this is what it looks like. What I love so much about this is how wide it is, and it opens up to be huge. I mean, you can fit a ton of clothes, big home decor piece, a sweater with that. It's just really great for thrifting, and this was the thing that I used probably the most this year. Okay, so we are into the top 5 now. Like last year, not a lot of clothing articles make it into my top thrift list because I have learned throughout the last couple of years I love to thrift home decor much more than clothing. I did one clothing article did make it in, and I'm not sure if you guys will recognize it because I don't think I even posted a photo in it, but it was like the thing that I wore the most because it was the thing that I felt the best and like the prettiest in when I wore. This summer I wore this skirt a ton. It's just like this beautiful, I don't even know, like a gauze material skirt. It has this one tier at the bottom and it's high-waisted, and I just felt like this with like a white little crop top and like a jean jacket. I felt so good in that outfit. I feel like we always have one item that sort of like sneaks in super last minute and makes it into my top 10. So cowboy boots were like my thing this year. I have a pair of cowboy boots that I thrifted when I was like 16. I love them so much, but they're not like the most comfortable. They're very stiff. So I wanted to get like a pair of boots that were like similar. Literally 2 weeks ago, went to the thrift store and I found these boots. So at first I was like, are these tacky? I think like this is what makes them so unique. Like I love leopard print and I love tassels, and like to have in a boot, I mean, it's just pretty damn cool. They're half a size too big, but like I think with just like socks and stuff, I can make them work. This with like say the dress I'm wearing right now, which is very simple, this would look killer because it's got a little bit more of a statement to it. Love these boots, like honestly in pristine condition. Like they don't even look like they've been worn that much. Glad to add them to my collection. We are in the top 3. These were pieces that I adored throughout the year. Coming in at number 3, you guys will remember that I got one of these for Christmas last year, and then I got one of them in an online vintage shopping video, which I will link down below. And they're these mugs, these German Shepherd mugs. It literally looks like Hotch, Oaks, and Girly. I love these mugs. They're just perfect. They're brown, they're cream. They say they're from Churchill, England. If you guys ever find these in a thrift store, I would love to have a set of them, like a set of 4. In second place, we have the studio lights that I found for the studio. They are such statement pieces in my office. I adore them. I think they are perfect for this space. I'm just looking at them right now. They're unique, they're rusty. I love rust. I don't know what it is, but I just do. I just think that they look so beautiful in here, and they were such a great find. They made it into the number 2 spot because they're like a really, you know, piece that you invest in. Like that's something you're gonna look at all the time, every day. And for me to just like walk into an antique mall, see them, love them, I just feel like they're really deserving of second place. First place, I thought, okay, first place has to be something that I got a lot of use out of, something that like wows people when they see it. It kind of had to have like all the components of everything that I've, you know, put in this box before it. Coming in at number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the jacket of my dreams, my Penny Lane coat. So this is a jacket by Spell. It was released quite a few years ago. I did not really know about Spell back then. I had looked and looked, and I ended up joining like a Facebook group, and I ended up finding this jacket secondhand, and it was shipped to me from Australia. And this is just like my most prized possession. I love this so much. It was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted a Penny Lane jacket that was vegan, so this is all vegan fur, it's all fake. So this was owned by a woman in Australia, and she gave it to me and it was like literally in pristine condition. I love this jacket, it's so beautiful, and I definitely think it's well deserving of the first place. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love doing these. I feel like, you know, beauty gurus have their makeup favorites. I feel like this is such a good like thrifting sort of video to do. If there are any challenges that you guys would like me to do thrift-wise, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, please let me know what your favorite thrift find of the year was. I'm so interested to know. That's it, y'all. I hope that you have a wonderful new year. That's it. That's all from me. Bye, guys.